how do you make a martini for somebody who doesn't like a martini? You know what I'm saying? Like they kind of think they want one and you're making one for yourself and they want one too. You know they won't like it because they never do. And there you are. Hey, I'm making you a martini and I'm going to waste all this booze, or I'm going to drink it and then I'm going to drink too much. That's what happens with me. Anyways, I've got a martini tonight, or a martini variation, that really softens it and makes the martini much more approachable and likable for someone who doesn't really like a martini. This is Tuesday Night Cocktail Club. We bring the best of the pro bar to your home bar. So let me go through this drink. This is a cocktail from the Death and Company cocktail book. I think it's page 165. It's the Joy Division. It's a Phil Ward Death and Company cocktail, named after the New Wave band. It's a gin-based drink, like I said. For a general kind of martini-like drink like this, I like to use Beefeater. I think Beefeater is a good workhorse gin. I think something like Tanqueray is too juniper forward, and so it's too strong for this kind of drink. Both are affordable, but I really like the Beefeater. So I've got 2 ounces of the gin here as I'm pouring and spilling. And then I've got dry vermouth. I've got 1 ounce of the dry vermouth. I'm using Dolan. I like Dolan. Dolan's another great workhorse vermouth, French vermouth. But I think that's really, the go-to. And then I've got half an ounce of the Cointreau. I used to use the orange curacao. Once I tasted this, I got this at duty free in coming back from France. Boy, the Cointreau is really worth every penny. I think it's really a great thing. I also like the orange curacao too. And then the original Joy Division calls for absinthe. I recently made an obituary cocktail which has absinthe in it, and the same kind of idea. I think it's too much the same. So I'm going to do a variation of this martini variation. I'm going to use orange bitters. I've got Fee Brothers orange bitters. And so then I'm going to stir all that up. And that's my 20 seconds. And I'm going to put it here, get my everything set up here, and I'm going to pour that out. I really think you can experiment with this. I was actually intending to use Peychaud bitters, but orange bitters works just as well. And then I have a garnish of either an orange peel or a lemon peel. I have the lemon peel, so that's what I'm using here. Anyways, let me taste it here. I really like that. I did have it the other day with the absinthe, like the original Joy Division. I have to say I like it better with the orange bitters. Peychaud would have been good too. I think a store might be a little too funky and too meaty, but I like this. And so, it definitely has the flavor of a more of a sweet martini, one that has more vermouth, unlike a dry one. That you really can taste the 1 ounce of the vermouth. And so I'm also glad that I've made it so cold. It also is, it stretches your martini a little bit too. Sometimes a dry martini is a little too, it's not enough liquid there. With the more vermouth here, you get a longer drink, so I like that. And also, I like the orange cast to it. It's very light. The bitters really help, and I think the orange bitters make that Cointreau, which is a superior product, but the Cointreau really is balanced, and it's not as cloying as it could be if you had too much orange in there. So that's a really good drink. I'm really glad I have played with the bitters. You really can play with bitters when you're making cocktails. It calls for absinthe as a bitter. You really can play with the bitters. Anyways, that's Tuesday Night Cocktail Club for you. Next week, I keep saying I want to make a highball, and it's highball season. It's still kind of cool, so I'm not quite there yet. I'm either going to do a highball or maybe a stirred agave cocktail. I've always been really interested in that, so that's something to explore. Stay tuned, like, subscribe, comment, give me your negative comments, give me your positive comments, lay it on me. Thank you for joining. We'll be back next week. Stay tuned.